Welcome to round one of the Supa-Liga tonight. We have West Coast Cobras against Scarborough Sharks. I'll go through the lineup quickly for you. For West Coast Cobras, captain, number 9, Luke Ross. Number 24, Luke Christie. Number 4, Jake Pasuto. Number 33, James Toth. In goals, number 1, Tom Robles. Number 5, Jamal Yusof. Number 6, Diego Florenca. Number 45, Lachlan Ryan. Number 21, Liam Cummings. Number 33, Nicholas Canast. For Scarborough Sharks, we have number 6, Brandon Oosthuizen. Number 11, Miguel de Oliveira. Number 8, Flynn Nolan. Number 23, Ash Rolson. Number 24, Daniel Bergvist. Number 9, Matthew Oosthuizen. Number 14, David Craig. Number 1 and in goals currently is Jigar Hungregia. Number 27, second goalkeeper, Ethan Hardy.
Cobras doing very well to move this ball around. So far they've had control all game. Right call there by the keeper, by the referee. Oh, Sharks opt to go short, but it seems to have backfired. Safe hands by Jigar Hungregia. Flynn Nolan gets up top. Flynn Nolan's definitely one to watch going into this game. A quality pivot. He's got a great strike on him.
I have to agree with you there. We had a look at the pre-season write-up, and if we just mention West Coast Cobras head coach is John Goodlich, and the star player listed is Luke Ross. And one to watch this season is Luke Christie. Obviously, the West Coast Cobras last season finish was second in the Men's Supa-Liga. We'll have a look at the Scarborough Sharks in a moment.
I think Cobras realistically have quite a few players that they could have as ones to watch. I think John was hard-pressed to pick one in particular. I think they've got a team full of game changers and playmakers. People can change the landscape of the game. Lachlan Ryan right now on the ball, one of the top pivots here in WA. Jake Pasuto, an excellent fixer flanker.
Yeah, we've seen Jake Pasuto score many a fantastic goal in the last season, and I'm sure he's looking for another outstanding season for the Cobras this season. He actually got himself into team of the week many occasions.
He's that player that makes a difference. He's probably the one player in the league that is the most frustrating to go up against.
Yeah, he's an all-rounder, good defender, good attacker, reads the game really well.
Yeah.
Now here he is on the ball now. And it's Ross who's looking up and plays Pasuto. And it's Lachlan Ryan at the fixo's position now. And here's a chance for the Cobras, and it's a good save there from Hungregia. Now got the information up about Scarborough Sharks, and the head coaches, Tom and Amanda Lynch, our star player, has been selected is Flynn Nolan, who did very well for himself last season, second place in the league MVP tally at the end of the season, with Ali Millam winning it. And the one to watch is listed as Miguel de Oliveira, and he's on the court on the ball right now, number 11 there. Last season's finish for them was 5th place, but my gosh, it was down to the last 30 seconds there to get them that 5th place, because one conceded goal got them out of that finals contention in the last moments of that game. So they're certainly looking for a better finish this season, wouldn't they be?
Yeah, for sure. They were in the top 4 for the better part of the whole season, and to miss out in the last few seconds like that, I'm sure they're going to work really hard to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Referee's blown the whistle there, a foul on Ross. He's signalling now to Florenca to put together a set play. And it's Ross and Florenka who's ball, and looks like Cummings lingering at the back post there on the left-hand side. Pseudo getting into a better position now as well. Ross goes direct for goal, but there was a deflection there off his Sharks, and it would be a corner kick for the Cobras. Deflection there for Ingragia, and he rolls the ball short for Sharks to play out, and now that's through Ustazen. Chipped ball to his brother. Ingragia uses his feet.
2 times there by the referee. The ball was initially played out from the keeper, and then it was played back. Cobras redo. Hopefully they can pull something off a little bit better than that.
Yeah, definitely. It's still the same 2 on the ball, though, and there's a couple of conversations being had as the wall's being set up by Campos, the referee.
I think this is not entirely in their favour because it's a...
That one was nice. It was just the execution there a bit over the top. Luke Ross unhappy with that one. Wilson now having his first minutes of the new season, entering on the far flank here in number 23. He's got the ball in over the top there for Ustazen's run, but Ross has read it well and managed to bring it down, but kicked away by Florenka.
I think he tried to bring it down for Cummings, but there's a little bit too much pace on that.
Now we can introduce ourselves at the start of this stream. It's Annie Leyland on commentary along with Amar Jahel. Now, Amar, you're playing for the Perth Pumas this season. Are you the captain as well?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
So a big season ahead for you guys.
Yep. We've had some players that returned, Kai and Rama, namely. And we've made some new signings as well in the form of Fabio Amaro. So, yeah, looking up for this season.
Absolutely. No, that's really good. Some new signings, some new blood in it. But yeah, it's good to see Kai Jan back in the mix as well. He didn't play last season, did he?
No, he didn't.
No. Now, am I rightly saying you played last night?
Yep.
And the
Both
result
him
for
and
that
Rama,
game?
All three.
All three of them there?
Played.
Oh, and there's a chance there.
Ball still live. Luke opts to shoot. Now to 3-on-2 with Flynn on the... Oh, Diego does well to win that ball. Diego Florenka. Oh, them toe pokes can be real dangerous at times.
Tackle there from Trout. Ball spilled for Ross. He's driving forwards now. And that will be out off Luke Ross. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Farrell here, taking over from Annie Leyland for a few short minutes. We see D'Oliveira driving forward. Left foot shot out at the near post. Asking for a corner, and it is given. Tom Robles not looking too happy about that, but... Oliveira on the ball, Rouse in the shooting spot now. Flynn Nolan lines it up. Off Cummings.
On the more favourable side now. They can get it off with their right foot.
Or a player such as yourself would be happy cutting inside on his left foot, wouldn't you, Omar?
I mean, this season and last season, I've mainly been cutting in on my left. Got to keep people guessing.
It's a very useful skill to be as two-footed as someone like you. What are your thoughts so far on the game? Who's impressed you?
This game?
Yeah.
Probably have to be... I think one to just get ahead of your question, one to watch will be Nicholas Canast.
Yeah, the new signing for the
yes.
Cobras from...
Hard worker, gets in the right spots, puts his all into a game. As you can see, he's working real hard right now to get to that ball.
He's a new signing from Condors last season, as we did just see David Craig with an opportunity on goal from Miguel Oliveira. Now Yusuf and Cummings exchange passes. The Cobras moving the ball in a 4-0. Doing it very, very well, even in the attacking half. One of the big things about the Cobras is their depth. Being able to bring players onto the court with not too much difference from their starting side. Cummings receives. Shifts the ball, little back roll. Ingragia with the stop with his legs. Now Diego Florenta. Shot just out at the far post.
Does well to keep it. Ash Ralston sends it long. A little bit too difficult there for Flynn Nolan. Not too happy about that one, Flynn. Luke Christie's now on the court. First few minutes of the match. I believe he was put as the one to watch for this season by John Goodlich. And I think that definitely is the case. Most certainly one of the most skillful players in the league. He can take on a player or two. There he is on the ball. Makes that run in behind.
Good movement from Christie, but well dealt with by Flynn Nolan.
Excellent slide tackle there by Cummins to stop that counter attack.
It's been very cagey so far. Neither team really wanting to make a mistake and not playing overly expressively, but if there's someone who can counter-attack and get a goal, who's your money on?
Luke Christie. I think that's the kind of player where once the ball's at his feet, it's really hard to get it away from him.
Yeah, I'd hazard a guess that I think Miguel Oliveira, Flynn Nolan are going to get on the score sheet tonight for the Sharks. And then you're looking at your big players in the Cobras, Jamal Youssef, Luke Christie. Luke Ross, obviously. Good movement from Nolan here. Rowson. That handball will be brought back.
Side ball now for the Sharks. Ball's played to Ash Rowson. Tries to cut in on his right. Dispossessed by Nicholas Knaus. Then I think that was a good foul there to really stop the counter attack by Ash Rowson. Luke standing over it. Plays it to Youssef. Back to Christie. Great skill by Christie there. Over to Ryan. Finds Knaus on the far side. Ball down the line. Ooh, Lockie Ryan. That's a good block there by Noland. Give Ryan opportunities, he'll definitely put them away. So that's a good job there by Flynn Nolan. Oh, great ball there by Ash Rowson. Great intensity there by Miguel de Oliveira. Nicholas Knaus running back, trying to catch him back. Sharks reset the play. Playing that ball. Ash Ralston tries to send it long. Ball's fallen to Christie. Ryan's wide open. Back to Christie, and it's a goal for the Cobras. A well-worked play there between Luke Christie and Lockie Ryan. And as we said earlier, the one to watch, Luke Christie bags a goal. As we see there on the replay. There's a little bit of back and forth. Maybe Ryan should have shot earlier. But they got the goal in the end. So all's well that ends well. Wow. Toth puts in a sliding challenge to try and get that ball into the back of the net. Unfortunately, just wide. It's a keeper's ball. Ball goes wide to Luke Christie. Plays it to Luke all the way at the back. Oh, flick to Lockie Ryan. Ooh, scuffed shot there. Scuffed clearance by Jiga Hingraja. And he sees it out. Ball for the Sharks from the sideline now. Ustazen passes it to his brother Ustazen again. Plays it back. Ball at the top to Ralston, trying to find Ralston. Just a little bit too high for him. Goes all the way far back to Robles, who lets it go out for a goal kick. Long throw from Robles, trying to find Ryan. Great throw. Ryan brings it down well with his chest. And a little bit of miscommunication from the boys, and the ball goes out for a Sharks ball. Luke headers it down for Christie. Christie does well. Ooh. James looking to take on his player. Cobras moving the ball. Pizzuto, now to Ryan. Back to Pizzuto. A good switch there by Toth and Luke. Ross cuts in on his right. Hits a shot and a great save by Hingraja. Corner ball for the Cobras. Ryan coming in short. Hits a great shot, but once again, a great save by Jigga. Jigga sends it long. Luke deals with it. Now Toth 1-on-1 with Ralston. Cuts in. Plays Jake Pizzuto on the far side. Ralston does well. Ball still live. Hingraja does well to keep it away. Ball's reset from Tom Robles. Luke Ross bringing that ball up the court. He's been given a lot of space and time. Plays it to Ryan. Ryan's got space to shoot. And he does. Great save by Hingraja. That's about the third save in like 10 seconds for Jigga.
He's been very, very busy, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Back and forth game now. Jake's trying to catch that ball. Unfortunately, it goes out.
Been good ball movement there from the Sharks. They do resort to play back to their keeper. We've seen it a few times there. Hingraja again with a long ball, and they got done for the 2-touch last time. Probably being a bit more wary now of that. It's good to see Luke Ross with active movement on the court. He's got that change of pace. Toth now.
1-on-1 with David Craig. Jake Pizzuto making that back post run. Jamal's there for it. Oh, great skill by Jamal. Unfortunately, the ball gets stuck on his foot. Ustazen now in the counter attack. He's got David Craig on his side. Great slide tackle by Luke Ross to cut out their attack. And it seems like there's a timeout that's been called for the Sharks.
Right, as we have this time out, I'm going to read over the season preview for the Scarborough Sharks. The Scarborough Sharks faced heartbreak and devastation last season when they missed out on a finals in the final 8 seconds of the last round. This season, they're determined to avoid that fate and secure a spot in the top 4, which they haven't accomplished since the 2020-21 summer campaign. With a strong lineup led by AFA state player Flynn Nolan, complemented by skills of Miguel de Oliveira and the composure of Josh Chavelle and Brandon Ustazen, distributing from the back, the Sharks have potential to make it happen. Difficulties in closing out in crucial games and squad inconsistencies due to work commitments was their downfall last season. However, if they can address these issues, a top 8 finish should be a minimum expectation for Tom and Amanda's team. While there are rumours of Halil Russo departing, they haven't had any new signings reported. But their existing squad, including Nolan, De Oliveira, Rolson, and others, should be sufficient for the finals finish.
As we come back now from the timeout, Sharks have a corner. Luke Ross trying to cut off all passes. Sharks need that outlet ball over the top to really get Luke to step off. If all their players are down the line here, Luke can easily cut off all the passes. Flynn does well to recognise that, and now he's opened up the play for themselves a little bit more. Long ball throw to Ross. Tries to switch it for Jamal Youssef. Jamal does well. Right in front of goals, and Jigangaja makes a big save.
We'll quickly do a replay of that one there. It was a great throw from the keeper, and then it was Jamal there with some expertise.
Oh, Jake Pizzuta dispossessed right in front of goals.
Just caught that one as I've gone back. Cheers there from the Scarborough Sharks bench. We'll see it quickly on the replay very shortly. We'll see what we've caught. There's a conversation happening here with Campos and Gabrielle. You can't see it on camera currently. Jazz. And the decision's been made there. We'll quickly see the replay as they get it ready. It's a bit hard to see on that one. It's Nolan now who's taking the kick, which could draw coming into half-time.
Flynn Nolan winds up, finishes it, nice and cool. Great finish there by Flynn Nolan.
It's very well done. We'll quickly see the replay of that foul that was called for the penalty.
I don't think Tom Roberts was too happy with that.
There it is again.
Was a foul.
So referees have deemed that one to be the
Great
foul.
strength by Jamal. Unfortunately, the ball goes out for a Sharks ball.
Interesting defending technique there and did its job. And Ross is now sitting with the lady on the grandstand at the far end.
Ball played to Jake Pizzuto, takes a touch in, plays it to Diego Florenca. Finds Jake Pizzuto again, Miguel Oliveira. Great defensive effort to keep that out. Ross plays it to Pizzuto. Back to Ross. Makes the back post run. Jake Pizzuto.
And Graj here again with a great save, getting down low for that one. That is half time now. We will read through the match preview for the West Coast Cobras in a timeout that I'm sure will happen in the second half. But for now, we'll just pop on an ad break for the 1 minute.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And the whistle's been blown by the referee, but Scarborough Sharks are ignoring that one. It'll be interesting to see if Tina Campos issues the yellow card, because she has asked 2 or 3 times now. Getting us further behind on the schedule. And Scarborough Sharks have decided to start now. So here we have Oliveira, and it's Ralston with the long ball. And Cobras gain possession early.
Cobras reset. Now with Yusuf over to Florenka, back to Yusuf. Little ball over the top, a little loose pass, goes back to Ralston. Ralston kicks it to Flynn Nolan. Lerner sets for Oliveira. And nothing comes off it. Side ball for the Cobras. Ash Ralston over the wall now. Plays a wide to Stazen. Cuts in. Plays it to Oliveira. Makes the run down the line. Unfortunately, ball doesn't reach him. It's a
nice
good idea by Oliveira.
I agree, yeah. Looking for Ustazen's run. But it's now Robles who has the ball at his feet. And Cobras looking comfortable playing out from their half. And Cummings with a lot of pressure. But it's Nolan who runs away with it now. And another foul. You can hear the Cobras protesting on the call for that one. Oliveira takes the kick and he looks for goal. He's gone for goal, but just right of that one, hitting the Supa-Liga sign, bullseye.
Ball rolled out to Nicholas Canast. He's definitely one to watch this season for the Cobras. A great pickup, hard worker, always finds himself in the right positions.
He did play well last season, got himself a player of the round on one occasion and featured in team of the week quite
Wins
a few
the ball
times.
in front of goals now. Unfortunate there. And Grazier makes a great save. Ball's at Ralston's feet. Tries to ping it along to Oliveira. Yusuf with the ball now. Got time and space to shoot. And he does so. Falls for Canast. Great save there by Hingragia. Corner ball now for the Cobras. Let's see what they can cook up with this. Ooh. Ball comes back all the way for Jamal Yusuf. Finds Cummings. Switches back to Yusuf. Over to Florenka. Nicholas Canast comes in for a 1-2. Florenka opts to start again with Jamal Yusuf. Back to Cummings. Oh, pass just wide of Canast there. Stays and resets with Nolan. Nolan finds the Oliveira in the middle there. Drives forward with his pace. Great strength there by Nolan. Ball's cleared out by Cummins. Referee has brought it back for a foul for the Cobras on a shirt pull from Flynn Nolan. Yusuf gets that ball up top. Great roll back from Yusuf. Oh, unfortunate there. Great save by Ingragia. I feel like I've said that all game.
Yeah, you have. He's had a good start to the season himself, and we see him now in action with a good save. Now we see Ralston on the ball. He's known for his long kick, and there it is again. But this is the second time that Cobras have read it well. This time in Christie nipping the ball. Last one was in Yusuf. They're going to have to be a bit more creative than that, Scarborough Sharks, if they're wanting to get another one for themselves. Their play consists of dropping that ball back to their fixo and a long ball over the top. And Cobras currently have the 3-1 shape, and their flankers rotating out into space. But one thing the Cobras do very well is find their pivot. And when you've got someone like Yusuf on the court, that's certainly what you want to be doing.
As we see a fantastic slide tackle there from Christie. All ball there, no foul. Canasta does well to win it back. Ingrazier comes out. Oh, just wide of the goals. And the Cobras reckon Ingraja got a touch to that. I wouldn't be surprised because he's been saving everything all game. We have a goal kick now for Ingraja. All of the plays for Sharks have gone up except for Sazen. Nolan traps that ball fantastically. And he gets a foul. Oh, and it's a foul for Cobras.
Lots of shouts across the court here. The referees have seen that Cummings gets the free kick in that altercation with Nolan.
Kinas plays Jamal Yusuf in the middle. Ball goes out for a corner. Yusuf shows in the middle there. Cummings starts again. Well, good idea by Cummins. Miguel on the ball, flicks it down the line for Noland. He's got Rowson in the middle there if he can get it to him.
Now, he's thrown himself a bit there, but he's looking away. He's actually hurt himself badly. It looks like he's run into the chairs and tables. He's quite sore from that one.
He did slide into the chairs there behind the goals. He could have hurt himself badly. Hopefully it's nothing serious. All the players are a bit concerned now. Everyone's come up forward to see what's going on. Referees there assessing the situation. Oh. And a straight red has been given to Liam Cummings. And a push there from Oliveira. It's kicking off over here. And a red card given to Oliveira for a push into Christie. Oliveira is still not happy about it. Some pushes and shoves. It looks like Christie's giving him a little bit of chat. Looks like the game's really fallen into chaos here. 2 red cards, I think that works out. So both teams are now on 3 men. Hopefully Nolan is alright over there. And it's nothing serious, just a knock. It appears Cummins was given that red card for a push into Nolan, sending him into the stands. Conversation now in the Cobras bench is that Nolan was already off balance and there wasn't really much in the push. However, ref's decision stands. So just so everyone's aware, when a red card. Yep, so as the referee just explained, after a red card is handed, a team plays with 3 players until 2 minutes has passed, and then they can get their 4th player back on the court. See Nolan walking down the line over here, back to his bench. Seems to be okay. Hopefully it was nothing serious. So now a reset play over here from the corner with the Sharks. And it's a 3-on-3 situation. Rowson opts for a shot immediately. Christie on the ball now. Finds Ryan. Ryan back to Christie. Luke's the one that you want on the... Christie, sorry, is the one you want on the ball. When it's a 3-on-3 situation like this. Especially right now with the mismatch going on. He can take this player on and score.
It's quite interesting. They probably find themselves in so much space out there, having both a player down at the moment. Sharks opting to be quite defensive, dropping off, challenging.
I think this is where you should try to use your teammates' individual skills
definitely.
rather than try to get any plays going. Just give it to one of your teammates. Everyone else shifts to the other side of the court. Let them have their one-on-one and try and make something of it. When you have players like Luke Christie on the court, that's definitely something that they should look to do. Isolate him one-on-one because he has the skills to really get there and get a goal out of it. Corner now for Cobras.
So I spoke to Flynn Nolan outside. He's hit his knee into the chairs, it looks like. He just said there was a bit of an impact on that one, but he seemed to be up and walking again, which is good.
Another corner for Cobras. Ross coming in for a shot. Ball's a little bit too wide for him to really connect on it. Ryan opts to shoot with his left foot, but there's a bit of balance there. It was wide.
Yeah. So 11:57 will be the opportunity both Scarborough Sharks and the West Coast Cobras can bring on their players again. As, Christie's out of the game now, and Scarborough Sharks take the advantage.
Sharks can play their cards right. Finds their teammate on the back post, and it's a goal!
We'll watch the replay of that one now. And there it is, the Scarborough Sharks taking advantage there of having the numerical advantage. Christie going down. James.
Now we've got all 4 players back on the court. Both teams with 4 men. The game can reset to back as usual. Sharks are the only one that capitalized with the 3 players on the court. Now Cobras will be looking to get one back as they find Luke Ross on the back post. And the Cobras have responded immediately to the Sharks. A well-worked play there to find Luke Ross on the back post. And it's a simple tap-in for him. Scores back to 2-2. It's a level game again. Cobras seem to be pressing. Daniel Craig does well to bring the ball down to Ustazen. Finds his brother. Back to Ustazen. Sees the ball out. A little bit of physicality going on there between Ryan and Ustazen. Ryan making that long run. Ross tries to find him. Ooh, almost chips the keeper.
Yeah, Hardy had read that one well. He's pulled out the last second there and allowed it to go out. And the Sharks are responding well here. They seem to be having that extra intensity on the court. But in saying that, so have the Cobras. The intensity of the game has actually risen in the last minute or so.
I think that's what a red card can do. As Toth has just had
Ross
a topo
is very unhappy with the decision there of Toth not playing him, instead shooting.
Ross over the ball, finds Toth again. Daniel Craig does well to see that ball out. Ryan one-on-one on the side there. Resets with Toth. Toth cuts in. Toe pokes it into a play and it deflects out for a Cobra's ball. Jake Pizzuto now, up top. Switches to Ross. Rotates back out. Pizzuto back on that side there. That's where he's most dangerous, to hit those back post passes. Ooh, neat little flick there from Ryan.
Actually, that was a good passage of play from Cobras, putting together almost 9 passes in a row. Robles now drives forward. Sharks have done well to get in behind the ball now, the 4 of them.
Toth one-on-one on the line now. Swings it down the line for Ryan. Ryan tries to square it across the goals. Fortunately goes out. Looks like it's a corner ball. Oh, Daniel Craig does well. Slide tackling to get that ball out. Luke Ross a little ball roll and a shot.
There was a lot of bit of power in that one. Ethan Hardy shaking his hands out. So a bit of sting behind that shot. Ross again, and he's hit it straight to Ethan Hardy's chest. And It's a good save. Oh.
Ethan Hardy tries to throw it long, but it stays in. Swings it long to Nolan.
Nolan moving well again. Doesn't seem to have any hindrance there on his knee. It's Robles for Pseudo, and Pseudo's looking for the pivot in Ryan, who's done well to keep it in and turn. He's got a good shot on him here, and Hardy with another good save. Gosh, these keepers are doing well for their sides. We'll see it quickly. And the ball is in. And there's another shot.
Nolan intercepts that ball, intended for Pizzuto. Side ball now. Starts off with Yusuf. Back to Pizzuto. Back to Yusuf. Cobra's moving around well now. Trying to make something, break down the Sharks defense. A lot of movement, a lot of passing going on.
Yeah, Cobras have had a lot of possession over the last 10 minutes of play. I've been doing the stats here, and they're stringing together 9 or 10 passes in a row. And
a push in the back from Nolan. Sees a foul given to the Cobras.
Robles not reading that one. It actually has to be taken from the ground by the feet. And it's Toth who takes it now.
Miscommunication there from the Cobras. Timeout now called for the Sharks.
While we have this timeout, I'll read through the West Coast Cobras season preview, as we heard the Scarborough Sharks earlier. So this is the West Coast Cobras. Despite their first unbeaten home and away season, the Cobras failed to make the final for the first time in 6 seasons last time round, and will be out to go one further this season. A side full of talent led by Fixo Luke Ross, with the likes of Florenka brothers, Jake Pseudo, Luke Christie and Jamal Yusof. They've risen to become one of WA's premier sides over the last few seasons. With the league better than ever now, the test will be to see how the Cobras fare against some of the new sides in the competition. But with most of their squad having competed against them in the past, John Goodlich's men are quite confident they're in with a chance. With Dudek and O'Driscoll departing to Coburn Wolves in the window, it has made room for the signing of Nico Canast and Jaden Ashmore from Condors and Andinos respectively, alongside the returning James Oldroyd, who comes back from break playing outdoor. John Goodlich expressed his thoughts on the upcoming season. With all the new sides in the competition, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit nervous for the season ahead. However, over the past few seasons, we've had a good track record, no matter what the circumstances are. So I have no reason not to back the boys. The expectation will be finals at minimum, but we're definitely aiming to win the competition.
The instruction from Coach Goodlich there during the timeout was to press, press, press. Every time the Sharks take a touch, Coach Goodlich wants them to be on top of the Sharks immediately. One player that they were looking out for was Noland. Otherwise, everyone else on the ball pressed them immediately. As Canas finds himself a great turn there, but it stays and does well to see it out. Bit of a hide ball there from Matt. Ash tries to...
Robles has found Yusuf here. It's good defensive effort from Oosthuizen, and Hardy kicks it away.
Yusuf 1-on-1 on the side here. Cobras moving the ball around. Canast on the side. Plays Jake Pizzuto. Pizzuto to Yusuf. Across the middle to Florenka. Florenka trying to make a move. Pizzuto making that back post run. Ooh. Goes out for a corner ball. Corners play to Diego Florenka. Takes a touch in. Tries to have a shot. Sharks are doing a fantastic job right now of absorbing the pressure and trying to catch Cobras off guard with a counter attack. And both keepers for the Sharks have been phenomenal. Both Ian Hardy and Jiga Hingrazia.
I definitely agree there with you. The one thing I have noticed, though, is the keepers are trying to get the ball back into play really quickly. And honestly, most of the throws have been really long ones, looking for the pivot. Both sides looking to do the same sort of tactic.
Yeah, I think they need to slow down. They've got 4 minutes of time. Plenty of time to get a goal.
And oh my goodness.
And a great reverse hit there from Nicholas Canast.
And there's the celebration. We see it. Canast, the first goal for himself for the West Coast Cobras today in round 1. And we'll see a replay of that now.
I said earlier in the game, when I was here with Greg Farrell, he would be the difference maker, and he was. Definitely one to watch, and definitely one that can make the difference. Nicholas Canast, what a fantastic goal.
I'm overhearing some of the talk from Goodlich on his bench. He's thinking that the Sharks may go to 5th man, and he's wording up some of his substitutes there that may be the case. Now, a lot just happened. There was a fall, the ball going into a hand, and it looks like the ref has seen a handball. Yep. And that's what's been taken.
Presses the call from the Sharks. Florenka up against Noland. Tries to send it long for Florenka. It's a bit too long for him to get there.
And it's Hardy who goes with the long throw, and he finds Nolan, but it's Ross who's disrupted that one. Some great long throws from both keepers today. Three minutes to go, everything to play for here, and we see another long throw from Robles to find Ross, and
Christie, a bit of step overs and skill.
Yeah.
Switches to Canast, over to Florenka, back to Ross. Ross fights Florenka on the opposite side. He's one-on-one. He's looking for a set for a shot. But Cobras reset now. Ball with Ross. Plays it to Canast into the corner there. Resets back out to Ross. Sharks need to step up a little bit here because they do need a goal.
Didn't see that one. My eyesight was just
There was a handball there.
Was there a handball? Okay.
Yes, there was indeed. It's a bit unfortunate. The ball was flicked up into his hand, but it was a handball. His arm was just slightly off his body there.
No, it's Ross. We've seen him score from this distance before.
We've also seen him miss.
We have also seen him miss. But, you know, he's finding himself in a bit of form lately.
Yes, he has.
This could be a promising option.
I think the keepers have been phenomenal for
There is
Sharks.
a gap there. You see the gap there between the far right of the wall, and Nolan's seen it, but not well enough. There was the step there, and Ross has scored. We'll see the replay, the step of Nolan, because he's seen the gap. And then that step is where the ball's been threaded through. Clinical execution there from the kick taker in Luke Ross.
I think that was a poor goal from the Sharks there, but much better team than that.
Now here we see what we heard Goodlich talking about. Fly keeper. Scarborough Sharks playing almost in a different formation that we usually see, and it's Nolan who's nipped that one there. I thought there was a goal there from Florenka. Defence being told to be in a 2-2 shape from the coach Goodlich. And Ross now.
Ross with a shot, and that goes in. It's unfortunate.
You see that one there, and it was a good press from Florenka to get the ball then for Ross's feet, and he's finished that one. Now this game, it's quite interesting. Scarborough Sharks have only accumulated the past 5 passing strings about 4 times, but now playing fly keeper, this is the biggest patch of possession we've seen. The composure there we see from Yusuf. Referee signalling that that's a Cobras ball, and it's taken.
Luke standing over the ball now. Sharks are 3 goals down. If they want any chance of recovering any kind of goals, they've got to step up now. Little flick down the line for Luke Ross. And it's gone wide.
Press! Full press! Full press!
You can hear that one being called full press, probably louder than the commentary. John's serious about it today, and he's seeing that he wants his boys to get another goal. Lucky for Nolan there. It was on a full sprint. He didn't get the touch he wanted, and the ball's seen out of play. Last 33 seconds remaining now.
Coach Goodrich demanding the utmost of his players despite being 3 goals up.
Yeah, he's really fighting for another one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Full press he's calling. And he's still very clear on his expectation defensively here as well in this fly keeper that Scarborough Sharks are doing. And Nolan shot blocked.
Nolan's got an absolute cannon on that right foot,
He does.
so you got to make sure you block that shot every time. Even from halfway, I would have put it past him to not put it in the net, back of the net.
Press being called by Goodlich, and Toth's rising to the challenge.
Ball's fallen to Ross. Wide open goals. Plays it to Yusuf. Rest play on. And it's a great save by Ethan Hardy.
But looks like there's been a collision, but you see that one there. We're back in play, so we'll get back to the game. And final seconds remaining. Still press being called by Goodlich. Long throw from Hardy. Robles has grabbed it, and he's looking long. He's taken the shot. And that is the end of the match. We'll get Amar here to go through the goal scorers for you momentarily. Thoughts on the game, Amar?
Yeah, it was a good game from both sides. I think standout players this match were both keepers for the Sharks. They really done their utmost to keep their team in the game. And I think maybe the players on the court could have done better to, pay them for their service. So, for the goal scorers, in the first half we had Luke Christie get a goal. Luke Ross scored 3 in the second. And Nicholas Canas also 1 goal in the second half there. Liam Cummings, of course, got the red card. We've got Lockie Ryan, who's got 2 assists, and Diego Florenka, who also got an assist. And from the Sharks, we have Flynn Nolan, who got a goal, and Daniel Bergvist, who also got a goal in the second half. And yeah, that was a fantastic game from both teams. Good intensity. We had goals, we had red cards. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And now Annie Leyland with the stats.
Yeah, so if we had a look there at statistics, Scarborough Sharks started to get a few more passes together once they started playing 5th man, but it was the West Coast Cobras who did have the most possession today, getting to 337 passes, with 243 of those completed, with the passing percentage of 72. So that's really high there. They were putting together passing strings of 9 and 10 as they progressed up the court. Total shots really high from the Cobras on 25 today, with 22 of those ones on target. So that's pretty good there. So they certainly tested the keepers. Bit of a quiet night for Tom Robles in goals. He's faced 6 on-target shots and conceded the 2. And if we just have a look there, it was Scarborough Sharks with a +5 passing strings of 7. We will be putting on the next stream very shortly. Jump on. It's Spearwood Lions against Northern Hawks.